Welcome in. Take a breath and let's get started together. This is Operations Management, BUSN3430 at Brooklyn College. I am Professor Kerri Scott. Over the next few minutes, I want to give you the full map of this course. We will cover what the course is, who is in it, and what you will be able to do by the end. Then we will walk through the 6 themes, the key dates, and how your grade is built. After that, I will explain what a normal week looks like and what I expect from you. And we will finish with a simple checklist for week 1. Nothing here is a surprise. That is the whole point. I am a global supply chain and integrated business planning executive with more than 20 years of experience across the medical technology, pharmaceutical, consumer products, and manufacturing industries. My career has focused on helping organizations make better decisions by connecting demand, supply, inventory, capacity, financial plans, technology, and people. I currently serve as Senior Director of Global Supply Planning at Siemens Healthineers, where I lead planning process excellence across a complex international network. My responsibilities include integrated business planning, sales and operations execution, supply planning transformation, inventory optimization, financial reconciliation, analytics, and digital planning technology. Throughout my career, I have led global and regional initiatives, developed teams, coached planning professionals, and partnered with executives across supply chain, operations, commercial organizations, finance, and IT. My previous experience includes leadership roles with EOS Products, Colgate-Palmolive, Unilever, Novartis, and L'Oreal. I have managed end-to-end supply chains, logistics and distribution operations, global production planning, long-range capacity planning, network design, forecasting, and business transformation. I also founded and operated a last-mile delivery company, giving me first-hand experience with entrepreneurship, growth, and the practical realities of running a business. I hold a Master of Science in Supply Chain Management from Pennsylvania State University and an MBA in Financial Management from Pace University. I have also completed executive certificate programs in Supply Chain Design and Business Process Design at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. In working with students, I draw on real-world examples to connect theory with practice. I encourage curiosity, analytical thinking, thoughtful debate, and a willingness to challenge assumptions, skills I consider essential for navigating today's complex and rapidly changing business environment. Course overview. So let's start with the basics on screen. This is week 1, lecture 1, and it is the syllabus lecture. I know Syllabus Day has a reputation. Please do not skip this one. Everything that determines your grade is decided by how well you understand the structure I'm about to describe. Online courses reward students who know the rules early. The students who struggle are almost never the ones who lacked ability. They are the ones who missed a deadline they did not know existed. So think of this lecture as the instruction manual. Read it once carefully now, and the rest of the semester gets much easier. With that in mind, I want to say a real welcome. This course draws a wide mix of people. Some of you are moving straight through your degree. Some of you are working full-time and fitting this in at night. Both paths are completely valid here, no judgments. I have built this course so that neither group has to apologize for their schedule. What I ask is engagement, not availability at a particular hour. Operations management is a subject you can see everywhere once you know how to look. The line at the coffee shop, the delay in a delivery, the reason a product is out of stock. By the end of this term, you will have language for all of it. About this course. Now here are the hard facts about how the course runs. It is fully online, delivered through Brightspace, which is our learning management system. Everything lives there, including MyLab access. The term runs 15 weeks, from August 28th to December 10th, with finals the following week. I have combined 2 sections, so you are part of a cohort of more than 50 students. That matters for one reason. It means when you send emails, clear subject lines and clear questions get you faster answers. Your required text is Heiser, Render, and Munson, Operations Management, 15th edition. The ISBN is on the Syllabus or Academos. My lab is required this semester, so be sure to purchase the right version of the text. We will use it every week, so get access early rather than late. Who is in this class? That cohort is worth talking about because it shapes how we learn. Look at the two groups described here. Traditional undergraduates bring fresh eyes and strong academic habits. Working adults bring something you cannot get from a textbook, which is direct experience of processes that succeed and fail. In this course, your job history is evidence, not small talk. When you post in a discussion, use it. If you have worked retail, you have seen inventory problems firsthand. If you have worked in healthcare, you have seen capacity constraints. Those stories make abstract models concrete for everyone reading, so please share them. Course learning objectives. Here is what all of that experience is building toward. On screen are 7 learning objectives, and I want you to read them as promises rather than paperwork. Notice the verbs: explain, apply, use, build, calculate, analyze, connect. Every one of them is an action that is deliberate. By December, you should be able to walk into a business, look at how work actually flows, and find the bottleneck. You should be able to explain why holding inventory costs money. You should be able to read a control chart and say whether a process is behaving. These are transferable skills. They travel with you into finance, marketing, technology, and management alike. Course structure and 6 themes. To get you there, the course is built in 6 themes rather than a march through chapters. Follow the sequence on screen. We begin with the strategic role of operations in weeks 1 and 2. Then we design the engine, looking at processes, capacity, and constraints. Then quality in weeks 5 and 6. Then predicting demand, which is forecasting, and that is where the midterm lands. Weeks 9 through 12 are about matching supply with demand, so inventory, lean, and supply chain. And the last 3 weeks pull everything together. Each theme depends on the one before it. That is why falling behind hurts more here than in a course of independent topics. Key dates. Now let's pin that structure to a calendar. Please look carefully at this list and copy it somewhere you actually check. The most urgent date is September 17th. That is the verification of enrollment deadline, and you must complete at least 1 graded activity by then, or you may be administratively withdrawn. That is not my rule and I cannot undo it, so handle it in week 1. The midterm opens October 16th through the 22nd and covers weeks 1 through 7. The Unit 2 exam runs November 13th through the 19th, covering weeks 9 through 12. Thanksgiving week is intentionally light. And the final exam week is December 14th through the 21st, cumulative. Every exam is open all week with a 2-hour limit once you begin. How you will be graded. With the date set, here is how your grade is assembled. Look at the breakdown on screen and notice the shape of it. Weekly quizzes are 20%, 1 per chapter, 10-20 questions. Case clinic discussions are 10%. MyLab problem sets and simulations are 15%, and those are your spreadsheet submissions for the quantitative topics. Then the exams. Midterm at 20%, Unit 2 exam at 15%, and the cumulative final at 20%. Here is what that distribution means. More than half your grade comes from work you do steadily, week by week. No single bad day can sink you, but a month of silence can. Navigating Brightspace. Since so much depends on steady weekly work, let's look at where that work lives. On the screen, you can see the Brightspace layout. 4 tabs matter. Content holds the weekly modules, with video lectures, readings, and activities. Discussions is where the case clinic forums open each week. Assessments holds chapter quizzes and all 3 exams. Grades shows your standing in real time, so check it often rather than once. Spend 10 minutes this week clicking through all 4. Find week 1, find the quiz, find the discussion. Your applied problem sets are hosted in my lab, and you reach them through links in Brightspace. When you submit there, your grade flows back automatically. Your weekly rhythm. Once you know the layout, the week itself becomes routine. Follow the 4 steps across the screen. Watch, read, apply, check. Watch means 2 to 3 short video lectures, about 8 to 10 minutes each. Read means the assigned textbook sections. Apply means the case clinic discussion or the problem set. Check means the weekly quiz. Modules open Monday at 12:01 in the morning, and quizzes are due Sunday at 11:59 at night. That rhythm never changes. If you block out 2 or 3 working sessions a week, you will stay comfortably ahead. The single biggest failure mode in online courses is trying to do a full week on Sunday evening. Textbooks and resources. To do that weekly work, you need the right materials. The required text is Heiser, Render, and Munson, Operations Management, 15th edition, from Pearson. That is the one book you must have. I will also bring in perspectives from other authors through the semester, at no cost to you. The reason is simple. Different authors explain forecasting or lean thinking in different ways, and sometimes the second explanation is the one that clicks. You will also need MyLab access, which usually comes bundled with the textbook. Set that up in week 1 because you do not want an access problem on the night a problem set is due. The case clinic. One of those weekly activities deserves special attention. The case clinic is not a normal discussion board. Read the description on screen. Each week you receive a real business scenario, a supply chain disruption, a quality failure, a capacity crisis. Your task is not to summarize the reading. Your task is to diagnose the problem and recommend a solution, using that week's concepts as tools. Think like a consultant, not a student. The week 1 prompt is a good example. Describe an operation you interact with daily. Say what it does well, where it fails, and what you would change. Initial post due Wednesday. 2 peer responses by Sunday. I read every post, and depth beats length every time. Expectations and academic integrity. Good work like that depends on some shared ground rules. There are 5 here, and each one exists because of something I have seen happen. Engagement. Log in at least 3 times a week. Online does not mean passive. Communication. Email me and expect a reply within 48 hours. And please put the course code and your name in the subject line so I can find you quickly. Late work. Quizzes remain open throughout the semester, but there's a 10% penalty for late submissions. Exams have a 2-hour limit once opened, so plan ahead. Note once closed, I do not reopen exams. Artificial intelligence tools. You may use them to brainstorm and to edit. You may not submit generated work as your own analysis. And CUNY's academic integrity policy applies fully. Violations mean a 0 and a formal report. Your week 1 checklist. So what should you actually do right now? 7 items all on screen. Log into Brightspace and explore the navigation. Read the full syllabus in the week 1 module. Watch this lecture and lecture 2 on why operations management matters. Read Heiser Chapter 1, sections 1.1 through 1.4. Complete the syllabus quiz by September 3rd at 11:59 at night. Post your week 1 introduction discussion, also due Thursday, September 3rd. Then respond to at least 2 classmates by Sunday, September 6th. That is the whole week. Do these 7 things and you will start the term ahead of the curve rather than chasing it. Succeeding in this course. Beyond the checklist, let me tell you what actually predicts success. 3 habits are listed here, and they hold up year after year. First, stay current. Weeks that pile up are very hard to unpile. Second, apply the concepts. Students who tie the material to a job they have held or a business they use remember far more than students who only memorize. Third, ask for help early. Reach out when you are confused, not the night before an exam. None of these habits require talent. They require a calendar and a little courage. I would rather answer a small question in week 3 than a panicked one in week 15. Next steps and closing. Let's bring it all together. You now know the shape of this course. 15 weeks, 6 themes, a predictable weekly rhythm of watch, read, apply, and check. You know that steady weekly work carries more than half your grade. You know the dates that matter most, especially the September 17th deadline. And you know the 3 habits that separate strong students from struggling ones. Your next step is the week 1 checklist and the syllabus itself. After that, join me for lecture 2 on why operations management matters. It is not just manufacturing. It is the engine of every business, and I will make that case. See you there.